And we'll check out some of the highlights here from the first quarter.
See, early on, it was a lot of Venezuela. David Cumian hit some big shots. Windy Gratterall was really good for Venezuela in the early stages. And then out of a timeout, Puerto Rico went on a 10-0 run after this Gratterall three. He was big in the first with 5 points. But you do have to say, Venezuela, we talked about it, did not necessarily come out and play their best in yesterday's game. They have looked a lot sharper so far in this one, and against a really tough team, they're right in it after 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can see them just starting to find their rhythm here, especially on the offensive end.
What a feed that was, though, from Jose Alvarado. He made his mark in this game, and who is going to be fighting for the third place spot in the group. A lot on the line here. And Venezuela showing up in a big way. They scored 54 points all of game 1 against Canada. They already have 43 in this one. You can see how fired up their new coach is, Ronald Guillen. Puerto Rico had to weather a lot of transition offense and a lot of steals, live ball turnovers forced by Venezuela.
Yeah, just very active hands, getting those 7 steals and a chance to run. They already have 10 points off turnovers. 6 fast break points. You see, though, there's nothing easier than an uncontested layup.
At the break, it's 43-43 between Puerto Rico and Venezuela. The advantage was with Puerto Rico in the first quarter. Venezuela scoring 26 in the second quarter to the 22 of Puerto Rico. And as we pause at halftime, again, it is tied between these two Group B squads at Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, Nicaragua. The 2025 Men's America from Managua continues in just a couple of minutes. And on the other side, Venezuela's grasp on a quarterfinal appearance does feel like it is in a little bit of danger if the game stays the way it is. They don't have to win today, but with their point differential situation, they'd at least like to make it a little bit closer going into their final matchup.
Yeah, they're going to have a tall mountain to climb, that's for sure. And we've seen these great plays here in the third quarter. Pavel got things going with the N1, then knocks the 3. That was a 6-0 personal run after Venezuela scored the first 5 points of the third quarter. And then you saw Condit, obviously, now with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Alvarado has 15, Romero with 16 points, and then Plumer joining them in double figures with 10. So despite Gary Brown, Isaiah Pinheiro maybe not scoring as much.
We take a look back at some of the top plays from both sides in the fourth quarter.
Mijares really did his best to keep Venezuela close. 25 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He was joined in double figures by Jose Escaño, but nobody else was really able to be consistent as far as scoring production for Venezuela. And then on the defensive side, they just gave up too many easy baskets, just like that.
Foul trouble really seemed to hurt the Venezuelans in the second half, trying not to foul guys out of the game. They had to let some drivers go by. Plummer really took advantage on Mijares on the other end. It's a comprehensive win all around. And a Puerto Rican team that had to battle in this one. Unlike the last game where they took an early advantage and held on throughout, faced some adversity and found their way through.
Una victoria para los boricuas.
Again, 2-0 for Puerto Rico with a 97-70 win over Venezuela. Venezuela drops to 0-2, and for now, Puerto Rico atop Group B, while Venezuela sits at the bottom, pending the results coming up in just about an hour or so, maybe even less than that, actually, about a half hour, when Canada and Panama